Hi guys, welcome to another video. My name is Edo Collins, and quickly in this video I'm going to show you how I did my portraits from Capture One to Photoshop. Everything we do, how we color grade, how we do our exposure correction, and how we do our frequency separation using the Retouching Academy beauty retouch panel in Photoshop. If you stay to the end, we're going to show you how we save our images so that it remains stack sharp when we upload to all social media handles. Without further ado, let's get into it. So we're here in Capture One, and I just imported these images into Capture One. We've not done anything literally to enter any of those images. So I selected this image to work on, and one of the first things I do when I come to Capture One is that I play with my levels. I like to draw my blacks in, bring this in to how I want it. These images are actually well exposed, so it's not like we have much to do on them. I could just take them straight to Photoshop to work on, but let's play with the sliders a little before we go to Photoshop. As most people think we do a lot on Capture One, but I actually don't do a lot in Capture One, because basically Capture One is just for me to come and do my exposure correction. The images are underexposed or overexposed, and where I am right now, I think I'm okay, apart from the fact that it's a little bit too warm for me. I like my images around 5,000 Kelvin. I think this is okay for me. The image is stack sharp. If I turn on my focus marks, you get to see all that this region is actually sharp, and this region is actually everywhere you see with green is where the focus is. So I think I'm pretty done with Capture One, and I will quickly just export this as a TIFF file so that I will have enough information to work with when I'm in Photoshop, excuse me. So I'm going to leave this on TIFF, and every other setting is just doing this. Then I'll click export. For most people, they can just go straight, send this from Capture One to Photoshop and edit, but I tend to just export the file itself so that I can have it to use later. So I'm going to quit Capture One, and here is the file that has been exported for us. So I'll quickly open this up in Photoshop while we wait a little for this to open. So our image has been opened to Photoshop, and this is what we have. So seeing this image, the first thing I want to do is take out all these blemishes and acne, pimples, whatever they are. Just take them, because looking at it firsthand they are distracting. So I use patch tool instead of any of the healing tools or clone stamp. The reason why I use patch tool is when I select the region and I drag it to a similar region, it also takes or duplicates the texture. Unlike other tools, they have a funny way of repairing places that you tend to want to fix. So it's based on personal preference. I like patch tool. Some people say it's time consuming and the rest, but it gets the job done for me perfectly. So I think I use, that's why I use it. So you could use whatever tool that works for you, even the clone stamp tool. If that's what works for you, it's fine. So just a little few more and we'll be done. You can still do this after you retouch or after you're done retouching, but I like to just get this part out of the way so that when I'm retouching, I know I am retouching. And by the way, we don't do much because this video might end up being short, not that long. I think it's going to be easy that way. I feel we got to this place because we've retouched, we've practiced a lot. We didn't just get here doing this. Retouching basically is simple by practice. You get better every time you practice. So I advise you don't just jump into photography or into retouching and expect to become better the very first day. No. Take lots of pictures. There are places on the internet you can download raw images for you to practice. Practice as much as you can. Practice always. The more you practice, the better you get at it. So we're going to be using the Beauty Retouch panel, the Retouching Academy. We'll be using, basically this panel just contains actions. Some of the actions here are some of the actions we have, but some of these actions are actions that we don't have. So this plugin just basically helps us gather actions that we need to enable our retouching easy. So I'll be using the Gaussian blurs frequency separation from the Beauty Retouching panel, and I'm going to set my radius to 2.5 and come down to the low frequency layer, pick up my mixer brush tool. My settings is at 30 all the way, and I will start to retouch this image. Now, one mistake I see lots of people do when they retouch an image is they tend to want to zoom in the image. I think for me personally that is wrong, because you would end up distorting your subject's face because you are not actually seeing the complete structure of the face. So you don't know what way to brush to and how to brush, or the direction to brush to. So I always advise you leave your image in full form, just the way you opened it. Sometimes some images can be difficult. But like I said earlier, with lots of practice, you will definitely get there. You become better at what you're doing. Nobody just started and go where they go where they are now. No. So this is how before and this is how after. Let me bring this in. So this is all we've done so far. So whenever you zoom in your image, I think you want to be very careful. If you are not going to touch the whole, if you just want to touch selected areas here, then it's fine. Apart from that, I think you should go back all out to edit your images. So I think I'm okay with where we are. Even though I don't like this region, don't like the way it's looking. Let's try and see if we could fix this. One thing to always look out for is make sure you have a good makeup artist. If you have a good makeup artist, your job is going to be easy. when you have a bad makeup artist who doesn't know her job or his job, I'm going to give you hell of a work to do. So what I just did was, I want to now retouch other parts of her body, but if I had used the same radius, which was 2.5 I used for her face, it's going to give me funny texture on her skin, especially her body part. So I made a new layer and added it, merged it with the old frequency separation folder. Then I now played a new action, a new frequency separation. This time around, I doubled the radius I used for her face, which was 2.5. So I doubled it times 2 to give me 5, and that's what I used for this. So when I retouch other parts of her body, it's going to stay even. So it's not going to be as funny as, because we're just working with colors when it comes to the body. We're not working with the textures. Most of our body parts here are already blurred out, so we just want the colors to blend. Basically, that's why I had to merge and play another frequency separation. So I would like to clean her eyes using the magic smile. I like to paint out those catch lights because they help the eyes pop out very well. So basically, this is where we started from, and this is where we are. This is where we started from. This is the before, and this is the after. So if you've learned anything from this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon beside, so that you get notified whenever we upload new content for you. So lastly, we're going to export this as save for web, so that we'll be able to retain the details when we upload to all social media handles. So we leave the settings. You can pause this video to set yours like this also. So basically that is it. This is how I edit, or how we edit our photos here in the studio, from Capture One to Photoshop, and now we've exported it to where we want to save it. So we like being organized. That's why you see folders like this, so we know where we keep our stuffs. So that is it, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. More content like this will be coming your way soon. Share the word. You can share, download and share with your friends. Thank you very much.